We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here and test key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 11:25 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to stay above 540, and we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into next week. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out at 9:35 a.m. a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 250% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area back up to the rip area. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, back under a bull indicator here at the 541.30 level. It got a bear indicator in the first half of the day in the pre-market at 541.82. That's where things slowed down in the second half until it broke out above it to retest key resistance levels, and a full transition had happened from Thursday of bright green bars to multiple white with red borders, and back up here we've seen a full transition on Friday after that double bottom and continuing to stay above the 540 level. So we're going to break it all down in just a moment and look at the inflows as well, but it wasn't the only stock going back up. You have the QQQ here back under a bull indicator at 476.67, and you had Apple and Tesla dropping, right, hitting key support levels. This is Apple here on white with red borders. That bear indicator from 216 continues to dominate. We talked about that in our previous video, and we have Tesla here dropping all of that range and went up from 177 up to 190s. It's been under a bear indicator since 188, rejected at 186. That aftermarket rejection again here in the pre-market on Friday and hitting white with red borders and leveling off. So Apple and Tesla are at key levels of support. I would not ignore going into next week. And we have Netflix here back under a bull indicator at the 650 level and breaking out to new resistance levels up here at the 675 level. So strong move here. I will be watching if it could continue next week. Now, on Apple, we have a bull indicator on the 30-minute. But when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, it had gone a bear indicator as well in the pre-market at 541. And now it's back under a bull indicator here at the 542 level, canceling out this bear indicator. And it's going to be crucial in this tight range here for the resistance levels to be used as support and retested and broken through, right? So I will be watching that here if this bull indicator can continue to hold and justify any move to the upside. Now, when we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, there was a bear indicator and a full transition from the rip area to multiple dip areas in the pre-market, found support at the lows from the previous day, broke back above it, continued to fight to stay above 540, and a bull indicator popped up at 540.50, and it continued to break back above it till it finally broke through the resistance of the day, right? The resistance on Friday at the open was 541.62. That's where things slowed down here again in the afternoon before doing the next leg up. So once it broke through it, it hit the 542 area and came back down to that resistance and support before pushing up any higher. Now I'm going to break down the key levels I would watch going into Monday and what the inflow versus outflows are showing. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, with inflows crossing over the midpoint here in the middle of the day and inflows trying to pick up into the open, right? Outflows were trying to dominate in the pre-market. That's the drop we saw from 542 to 539, but inflows started to pick up. And here we have it with slight outflows sitting at 1.67 in red, even though inflows are positive, right? Trying to head towards the midpoint and slightly pulling downwards. It's going to be crucial for this to stay above going into Monday to justify any further move to the upside. Now, the reason why the chart didn't completely collapse and it found support at key levels and bounced back up above 540 is because in the bigger picture, those outflows never crossed, even though they were heading towards the midpoint and never did, and it picked right back up, and now it's green again, and it's going to be crucial for these inflows to continue this staircase effect to the upside, as well as what's going on here in the charts, right? Inflows are sitting at 1.76, and I will be watching if it can continue to go higher. Now, in the volatility of the 15-minute, we could see here how every time outflows tried to dominate, inflows came and brought it back up. And it dominated for most of the day, hitting highs here of inflows of 1.77. And right now it's sitting at 0.54. Even though it's red, it's above the midpoint. It's going to be crucial for these inflows to stay above, because if it crosses down, it can quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. And if it rolls that weakness over into the 30-minute, the first support I'll be watching is 541.50, and then below that comes the 540 area, and then I'll be watching 538. If these outflows cross over as well on the 30-minute, the 15-minute, and reflect that weakness into the 1 hour. Now, to the upside, it will be crucial for these inflows to switch from red to green, start pushing upwards to justify any further move to the upside, continue the staircase effect, retest key resistance levels, and roll that strength over into the 30-minute as well, switching it from red to green. And the first resistance is 544. It rejected about 4 times between Wednesday and Thursday, something to not ignore there. And then above that, I'll be watching in the tight range 544 to 545. And then above that level, if both of those get broken through and these inflows are pushing up higher away from the midpoint, then I'll be watching 547. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I will be watching them closely here as they're fighting to stay above, even though they're red on the 15-minute, on the 30-minute, and on the 1 hour. They're looking strong and green, and it needs to push out to even higher levels. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.